Children, now today we are going to start with the square roots. The symbol for square root is this sign, whereas square root is the converse process of squaring. What you did in squaring, its converse process we will proceed now. For finding the square root of numbers, we have two methods. The first one is prime factorization method, and another one is long division method. These are the two methods that we are going to use to find the square root of a particular number. In the method of prime factorization, earlier also we discussed that we make use of prime numbers, and prime numbers are the numbers that have got exactly two factors, the one and number itself. So by using the prime factors, we will find out the square root of a number. Later on we will discuss about long division method. Let's take one example where we have to find square root of a number by using prime factorization method. Say we have to find square root of 6400 by using prime factorization method. By using prime factorization method. Children, enjoy solving these questions. You will find no problem at all. Now, in finding square root of 6400 by prime factorization method, we take help of prime factors. That means first we will do prime factorization of 6400. Starting with 2, it is 3200, again by 2, 1600, again by 2, it is 800, by 2, 400, by 2, it is 200, again by 2, it is 100. We continue the process. Prime factorization of 100 is by 2, it is 50, again by 2, it is 25, by 5, it is 5, and by 5, it is till we get 1. We keep on factorizing the number till we get 1. After getting all the prime factors, now the next step towards this is to express the number as the product of its prime factors. Here is the prime number that we have expressed as the product of its prime factors. Till here I think you don't have any problem at all. Now what we do in the next step, we introduce this square root sign on both the sides. Same process again, we make the pairs of like factors. You know like factor means what? That pair of 2 will be with 2 and 5 will be with 5. You cannot make factors of pairs of 2 and 5. So we make pairs of like factors in the right hand side. After making pairs, left hand side we do not touch this root sign. It will remain over there. It will remain over there. But this side where we have paired the factors, from each pair we take out one factor. And this process, when we take out one factor from each pair, removes the square root sign and the answer comes 80. And the answer comes 80. Therefore, square root of 6400 is equals to 80. This way you can find square root of any number by using prime factorization method without any problem. And again I am reminding you, while prime factorizing the number, suppose your mind doesn't get any prime number at a moment, you can use composite number. But when you are expressing as the product of prime factors, children, break it down into prime factors. Say you used 5, you cannot break. But if you use 4, if you have used 4, then you later on you can write 2 into 2. If you have used 6, you can write it 2 into 3 later on. But when you are expressing the number as a product of its prime factors, make sure that all the factors are prime factors. Am I clear? Another method that we are going to use to find square root of a number is long division method, which is definitely going to help you in long run. Now, how to use this method? Before using this method, you have to understand certain things. First of all, children, when we use long division method, by this long division method term, this division word says that we are going to make use of division. So there you will use only this part of tables, where you have 1 into 1 is equals to 1 square, 2 into 2 is equals to, which is 1, 2 into 2 is equals to 4, 3 into 3 is equals to 9, 4 into 4 is equals to 16, 5 into 5 is equals to 25, 6 into 6 is equals to 36, 7 into 7 is equals to 49, 8 into 8 is equals to 64, and 9 into 9 is equals to 81. Only these parts of table we are going to use in long division method, nothing else. You cannot use 2 3s are 6, you cannot use 4 3s are 12, 5 4s are 20, no. Only these tables where we have a number multiplied by itself, where we have the number multiplied by itself. Apart from these, no other parts of tables can be used. Now children, I have taken a random question where you have to find square root of 36864. 36,864 by long division method. This method takes time, so that you will be habitual of doing this. You need more and more practice of long division method as comparison to prime factorization method. Let's begin with the working. First of all, make this kind of sign for finding square root by long division method. Now write the number in this with some space in between. Written, isn't it? Now another step is to make pairs moving from right to left. Moved and done the pairing. But what about 3? It is left unpaired. No worry. Now recall the tables that I have told you, that you have to use only 1 into 1, 2 into 2, 3 into 3 and so on. So for 3, what we can use is only 1 ones are 1, and we do the subtraction as we do in division. Beta, you cannot take 2 twos of 4 because that will exceed 3. So the least one that we can use is 1 ones are 1, and now we perform subtraction. The remainder is 2. There in division process you used to bring down one number. Here we bring down pair wise. So the whole pair is 68. I have taken 68, done. Now what working we will do here? In the divisor, this 1, we add the 1 of quotient. So 1 plus 1, 2, which we will shift little left. Now another thing is that you have to insert a number here and the same number in the quotient to get either 268 or less than 268. Either you get 268 or less than 268. When you write a digit over here and here it will become a 2-digit number. Here it will become a 2-digit number. So that is trial and error which you have to do in your rough work. What should I write? If we take 1, then it will become 21. Isn't it? And here also it is 1. So 21 ones are 21, which is very small in comparison to 268. So we cannot take 1. If you take 2, over here and 2, the same number you have to write in the quotient. Then 22 here is the 2-digit number. 22 multiplied by 2 is 44. Again very small in comparison to 268. So we have to take large number. Large means, let's try for 9. 9 nines are 81. 9 twos are 18 and 8 26. So answer is 261, which is the nearest to 268. Now again we perform the subtraction. This is 7, this is 0, this is 0. And bring down another pair, that is 64. Brought down. Now here what we do? Here what we do is we bring down this 9 of quotient under this unit digit 9. Children, remember we always do this working in unit digits. So 9 nines are 18 and 38. And I have written little towards left side because here you have to insert again one more digit. to get 764. Now children, this 764 is ending with 4, and if you recall the pattern that we have done, ki when we write the square of 1, the unit digit is 1, square of 2 is 4, 3 is 9, square of 4 is 16, and so on. So 4 at the units place you get with two numbers, either 2's or with the 8. Let's write 2. Now 382, this 3-digit number 382, when multiplied by 2, what you are getting? 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16, 2 3s are 6 and 7. We have got, our purpose is solved. So remainder is 0. The answer will be then square root of 36864 is equals to 192. Children, this method needs lot of practice to get all your concepts clear. Children, just now I have explained you how to use long division method. Another type of question that you are going to face, one of them is find the least number that must be subtracted from 5607 as to get a perfect square. In addition, you may be asked that find the square root of the number obtained. How will you perform the equation? By using long division method. See, 5607 is not a perfect square. It is very clearly seen by the language of the question what must be subtracted to make it a perfect square. So it is not a perfect square. We will not write it under square root sign. We write only 5607 and begin with the solution. Now we try to find square root of 5607 using the same method. We make pairs moving from right to left. You have 56 as your first pair. Which table you are going to use? 7 eggs are 56? No, not at all. You cannot use. You have to use where you have multiplied a number by itself. So either we have 7 sevens are 49 or 8 eights are 64. 8 eights are 64 if you use, that will exceed 56. So the only option left with you is 7 sevens are 49 and we perform subtraction. The remainder is 7. Now we bring down another pair, that is 0, 7. In the quotient divisor part, what we will do, we bring down this quotient 7 and add. You have got 14. You have got 14. Now we have to insert a digit over here as well as here to get either 707 or less than 707. It is very obvious as the number is not a perfect square. So you will not get 707 completely, you will get less than that. Again trial and error method. If you use 1 over here, this will become 141. 141 multiplied by this 1 will be very much less than 707. So 2. So the number will become, if you use 2 over here and here, it is 142 multiplied by 2 is 284. You cannot use. Now take another one, 3. Children, keep multiplying. If you multiply by 3, it is 3 3s are 9, 4s are 12, 2, 429. Less than this. Let's take 4. And see the result. and subtract. The remainder is 131. The remainder is 131. Now, if you add 4 of the quotient over here, it will become 148, which itself is larger than 131. So, we will not go further process and we write 131 must be subtracted from 5607 to make it a perfect square. What we will write? 131 must be subtracted to make it a perfect square. Now what we do? We write the number 5607 and subtract 131 from it. The answer would be 5476. In the last part of the question, we are asked to find out the square root of the number so obtained. Therefore, the number obtained is 5476 and square root of 5476 is equals to 74, which is your answer. Now the another question is, what least can be added to 1300? The previous one was for subtracted, this is for added. What least can be added to 1300 to get a perfect square number and also find the square root of the number so obtained? Clear from the language that 1300 is not a square number, so we cannot put a square root sign on it. What we will do, we directly begin with finding the square root of 1300. Make pairs moving from right to left. 2 pairs you have obtained. The first pair is 13. For 13, which table you are going to use? 13 ones are 13? No. Which one you can use? 1 ones are 1, very less. 2 twos are 4, cannot be used. So we can use maximum is 3 threes are 9 because 4 fours are 16, which exceeds 13. So we take 3 threes are 9 and we subtract. The remainder is 4. We bring down pairwise. Children, again remember, in long division method we don't bring down single digit. We always bring down pairwise, numbers pairwise. So the dividend, in the dividend you have 400. Now in this divisor part we add this 3 of quotient and got 6. We have to insert a number over here as well as here to get either 400 or less than 400. The 400 you cannot get because it is not a perfect square number. You will definitely get less than 400. Again, trial and error method. If you use 1, it will be 60. This number will become 61. 61 ones are 61, very less than 400. If you take 2, 62. 62 into 2 is 124. If you take 3, this will be 63 multiplied by this 3 will be 189, less than. If you take 4, what will happen? 256, less than that. Let's try for 6. What will happen? 6 6 is 36. 6 6 is 36 plus 9. quite close, or we must say it is the closest number to 400. And now we subtract, so remainder is 4. But what would be the further working? It is not same as you have done in what should be subtracted. So what we will do, one thing you have understood from this process, that 1300 is greater than the square of 36 but less than the square of its successor, that is 37. Understood? This 1300 is greater than the square of 36 but less than the square of its successor, that is 37. So beta, what we will write, 1300 greater than the square of 36 less than the square of 37. Then what is the square of 37? Now in the next step we find 37 square and the number that we have. How much we are now lesser? We have 1300, we want a square of 37. 37 square is 1369 minus 1300. Answer is 69. So 69 is the least number which can be added to 1300 to make it a perfect square number. Now the another part of the question is find the square root of the number obtained. Children, when you add 69 to 1300, the number will become 1369. And just now you have seen that 1369 is the square of 37. So square root of 1369 is equals to 37. Now you must have noticed there is very big difference between the working of what should be subtracted and what should be added. Children, you will be facing questions where you will get the language, what would be the greatest number of 5 digit or least number of 4 digit and so on, which are the perfect squares. So my suggestion is, when you have the question of greatest number of so and so many digits, we will use the working of what should be subtracted. The reason behind that is, if you have the greatest number of 4 digit, even if you add 1 to that, it will change its number of digit and it will turn to least number of 5 digits. Whereas if you have least number, then you have large scope to add. So in the question of greatest number of n digits, what should be subtracted working, and when you have least number of 4 digit or 5 digit, we have the working of what should be added. I hope things are clear to you.